As some of you may know, I am currently on a twist challenge to retain length, and I've also concentrated on scalp care to encourage a healthy environment for hair growth. I had installed Marley twist in my hair for a fuller, longer style because the short twist got a little bit played out for me, and I kept these in for 7 weeks. You know, the amazing thing about shrinkage is I wasn't really seeing the length or a difference in the length that I had in May until now. Not until I had all of my hair out and loose. Now I can see that I definitely had growth and I had retained length. It's crazy. I've started this twist challenge in May and I plan on keeping it going until the end of the year. This challenge entails me keeping my hair in individual twists as I shampoo, condition, deep condition, and treat my hair without taking them all out at the same time. This is the first time since May that my hair was free and out, not in any twist at all. Now, my original plan on cleaning my hair was to use a clay wash, but upon opening the jar, I discovered that I am very low on the clay wash. Ladies, always check your products before you start a wash day. So I had about 1 tablespoon of that, so I put that into a jar. I added the SHIKAKAI powder or the SHIKAKAI powder, and I added about 3 tablespoons, I won't lie, probably a quarter cup of SHIKAKAI powder, and I also mixed that in with apple cider vinegar water. And I made the pH of that water about, I wanted to hit 4, but I think I landed on 4.5, and I'm okay with that. Now, online claims says or suggests that SHIKAKAI powder has a low pH itself of 4.5 to 5.5. Now, I wanted to try this theory of washing my hair with an acidic solution, that is something that has a pH less than 7. I've read and done research that suggests that more alkaline products tend to create a more negative charge in your hair that already has a negative charge itself. And so that's why you get a lot of frizzing and poofiness when you do shampoo your hair. And so washing your hair with a product that has a low pH helps to give it a good clean without stripping all of the natural oils from your hair or lifting your cuticles too much or causing an additional negative charge in your hair, which causes your hair to frizz out while you shampoo. And so acidic shampoos gives it more of a clumping effect, and we'll see how the SHIKAKAI powder plays out with this clumping effect. And I call it SHIKAKAI powder because it's mostly SHIKAKAI and barely any clay wash, because we know the bentonite clay does give you that clumping look. It really defines your curls and everything. But for me, because I use the majority of SHIKAKAI, I want to see if I'll have the same effect when I shampoo my hair with this. Now, this is the first time since May, like I said before, that I am washing or handling my hair at all while it is loose, just like old time's sake. I usually do processes like this with my hair in twist. And what I'm showing you right now is some breakage that I've experienced in the front. My nape area is so sensitive, and even though I did the twist really loose, what happens, because if I manipulate it by putting it back in one or fixing it in styles, I experience mechanical breakage. So that is one way that your hair can experience breakage beyond it being super damaged. If you're always manipulating or pulling it, you will experience breakage. And anytime I have braids or Marley braids in my hair, I usually suffer right at the nape area. I'm really trying to work on that. So I just continue throughout my hair by washing it with the Shikakai shampoo. I've really concentrated on scrubbing my scalp to make sure that it's nice and clean. Shikakai has certain components in it, particularly saponin, that gives it that sudsing effect. I didn't really get that here, and I'm not talking about that great suds that you would get from a shampoo, but you would see some bubbles, but I didn't get this here, and I suspect it has something to do with adding it in a solution with apple cider vinegar and clay. But otherwise, I still felt like my hair was getting clean without a super strict effect. So I'm clarifying my hair, but I'm not getting that really porous lifted cuticle effect that you would usually get from certain clarifying and harsh shampoos. So I'm just going to work this all through the rest of my hair. Here's a bit more insight into why I used the products that I did and achieved the pH level that I did. According to an article by the International Journal of Trichology, hair reaches a very neutral point or a point of neutrality when it is subjected to a solution with a pH of around 3.67, which seems so low and so acidic. And for the scalp, it is 5.5, as with the rest of the skin. So I wanted to use a product or a shampoo that has a pH around 4.5 or 5.5 to really neutralize the charge on my strands so it would not be frizzy and create an environment that the hair wants to be in. So in reference to Shikakai, there are claims that it have a pH of about 5.5. And shampoos that contain a lower pH reduces the friction between hair fibers, thus reducing cuticle and strand damage. Beyond that, some other benefits of using Shikakai are: it imparts shine and softness to hair, it removes hair lice and dandruff, it provides stronger and thicker hair, heals infections, it slows down graying, soothes scalp, it restrains hair loss, and it nourishes hair follicles. OMG guys, look at the hair. And you know, another way you can tell that your hair is growing is, and that you are retaining length, isn't necessarily on measuring next to your body or measuring with a measuring tape. Sometimes you can measure it just from muscle memory. So you know how far your arm usually stretches to get to the end of your hair. If you're doing your hair every week, you know what your arm does. And so when you're getting these extra stretches, you kind of be like, hey, my hand never stretched this long before to get to the end of my hair. So those are some hint too. The body knows what it knows. Now that I'm done with the Shikakai, I rinsed that out thoroughly in the shower, and I'm just checking my hair to make sure that I don't have any buildup or anything on my scalp, but I think I got it out pretty well. So now I am moving over to my deep conditioner. So I mixed a homemade deep conditioner, and it contains mayo, avocado oil, yogurt, egg yolk, honey, and I put in a dash of guar gum to give it a thick consistency so it isn't messy. So I am going to take that, apply that all over my hair, and I am going to sit under a hooded dryer. So I'm really noticing my hair and the texture of my hair. Now, yes, I know the general texture of my hair, but it's never looked like this after a shampoo. After a shampoo, my hair is usually puffy. You don't see any definition until the conditioner is actually sitting on it. But this is my hair with no product on it, and it's super defined. So way to go for the Shikakai powder. Even when I've washed my hair with the clay wash only, I haven't gotten this kind of results. And I'm just showing you my hair as it is dried after I've done all of the process, and you can still see my hair is defined. So washing with an acidic product really, I think I'm feeling that. I really am feeling it. Okay, my hair is fully saturated with the deep conditioner. I am now going to pop on a shower cap and sit under a hooded dryer for about 30 minutes. Once I'm done with that, I am going to rinse out my hair. And as you can see with my hair, the reason I did not use egg white is I didn't want the egg frying in my hair, so I only use the egg yolk, and because it's more for the fatty cholesterol component. I'm going to rinse my hair out with this apple cider vinegar rinse as well. Once I did that, I let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I rinsed the rest out with cold water just to continue to seal my hair. I'm showing you the front of my hair, which I call for C, and the middle of my hair, which I call for B. So sometimes your hair is different texture, different density, and you have to know how to manipulate each area of your hair. It's just like taking care of two different children. So now that everything is all rinsed out, do you see the water beads sitting on my hair? That way I know I'm definitely low porosity. So I'm going to spray in my leave-in conditioner, which is my fenugreek water, and a little bit of aloe vera juice and the lavender. Now this isn't going to penetrate through my cuticles anymore. They are sealed. So I am just putting this on to ensure that my hair is at a comfortable pH of 5.5 by using fenugreek, which is conditioning, aloe vera, which has a low porosity, and just to make sure my cuticles are definitely sealed. And that's it. So now I am showing you the shed here that I've experienced through the detangling, taking out braid process, the shampooing process, and the deep conditioning process. Now this may look like a lot. I don't think it is, because on average, according to the websites, we are to lose 50 to 100 strands a day. And I've had my braids in for 7 weeks. So that is 7 days times 7 weeks. So what I should be holding is my hand is roughly 2,450 to 4,900 strands of hair. So it's safe to say that it's a reasonable amount of hair to have in your hands if you have average shedding for 7 weeks consistently. That was never being detangled out of the braids that I had in my hair.